Hey Aries, happy September 2018. This is Dark Dove Tarot. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm going to shuffle the cards, add a little more energy. As you know, I pre-shuffle. So I hope you're doing amazing. September already. Keep in mind, this is a general read. So check your sun, moon, and rising. As some months, those may resonate with you more than others. Again, general read. So check your sun, moon, and rising. This is for Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Virgo. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. Okay, also I've been kind of warning, cross watchers in every video. I won't do it all the time, but just letting you know, I love cross watchers. You're more than welcome to cross watch, not a problem at all. But just remember, this is for the sign that I'm reading for. So if you say anything really negative, I'm going to have to remove your comments. I had about a month or two ago some really belligerent, nasty comments for one particular sign. And I just won't tolerate it. If you have a problem that big with somebody, maybe you should pick up the phone and have a conversation. So, again, not a big deal, but just wanted to point that out. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for September 2018. I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, as well as I will clarify and pull your theme of the month with the 8-coin tattoo tarot deck. So 2 more cards, and we will get started here. Oh, this one's just popping out. I just can't believe it's September. I keep wanting to say like July or August, and it's definitely not. Moving into the fall, at least here in the U.S. All right, let me pull your theme of the month, and we will get started. All right, what is Aries' theme of the month for September 2018? All right, 2018 Aries. Oh, there we go. All right, your theme of the month is judgment. So judgment is pretty much what it says. It's judgment, or it's being judged, but it's also meditation and it's looking back. So if you're single, this tells me that either you met somebody and it's not really working out, or you've been talking to a couple people, you're not happy with the way things are going, there's something kind of askew, or maybe you're just finding that there's not a lot of people that kind of fit what you're looking for. It feels like you've had a lot of reasons to place some judgment. Maybe you're meeting, heavy partiers. Maybe you're meeting people who are just not organically good for you. But again, this is also about meditation and looking back. So you may just be kind of taking a break, or it feels like there's some disappointment here. So if you're single, there's definitely some, maybe some disappointment. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you're new to the channel, the reads are about love and anybody looking for reconciliation. So not about couples. I've tried to get couples reads out. I just haven't had time. But the majority of my watchers, the people who comment, the people who order private reads, are usually people looking for love, they're single, or reconciliation. So I just want to get that out there. So if you're looking for couples advice, that won't be in this read. I apologize. So again, if you're single, there seems to be, some like lull, or just something weighing kind of heavily on your mind. I really feel like a lot of you maybe have been dating people. You thought, they were telling you, hey, I want the same things as you do, and it's not meshing for some reason. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, there's definitely some things you're reflecting on this month, where maybe there's some negativity still held here. Maybe you're still holding a grudge because of some infidelities or some lies. It could be, a plethora of things here, but judgment definitely says that you're looking back on something and you're not quite at the point where you're ready to say, okay, we can communicate. If you are communicating, it seems like it's kind of a battle still, and you're just, like, there's unanswered questions here. You still feel like they're being shady. The first card you have is your current position coming into the month, and that makes sense, okay? What's going on here, Aries? You have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is about anxiety, depression, fears, loneliness. So if you're single, this definitely says, am I going to meet the right person? Am I ever going to find somebody who's actually genuine, telling me the truth? Again, going along with the judgment, it feels like you've just met people who are not being honest with you, who are not telling you the truth, who are not They're saying, oh, I really want a relationship. And then you find out they're dating like 8 people and you're going, what in the world is going on? Or, they're saying, yeah, I really think you're cool. I see something here, but you hear from them like once a week. You know what I mean? They're saying one thing, but doing another thing. And if you've watched my reads, I usually say actions speak way louder than words. And I feel like you're just bummed because you're kind of like, am I ever going to meet a decent person, or is it always going to be this game of charades? If you're looking to reconcile, it definitely feels like there's a connection here and you feel like maybe it's lost, or you feel like maybe you'll never get it back because there's some unanswered questions, because either you're being judged by them or you're judging them. There's some sort of lack of communication here, or something that happened that you guys still have not like gotten closure on. And so I feel like this nervous energy with you, Aries, where it's like you're unsure. Are we ever going to be able to come together? We have a strong connection, but you lied to me, or you didn't tell me the truth, or you're still not telling me the truth, or it almost feels like some of you have no idea what they're up to. Like you got ghosted, or they kind of disappeared, and now you're kind of going, what the heck is going on here? Did I miss something? The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Tower. And that makes me wonder even more, because the Tower is destruction, it's devastation, it's a breakdown in communication, it's a breakdown on several levels. The good thing about the Tower is you start at a new foundation, you start a regrowth, and you build from the bottom up. So if you're single, this definitely says that I really feel like a lot of you have been told one thing, but you've seen people act a different way, and you're kind of feeling like this dating scene is not working for me. So either you're going to switch dating scenes, you're going to cut it out altogether and then decide to go back. But the Tower definitely says, I feel like a lot of you were dating somebody or a few people, and they're just not who they said they were. Or you put some time and effort into them, and now it feels like it was a waste. Like you were taken for granted, or you were wasting your time. You were really believing in what they were telling you, and come to find out they're not. They're full of crap. So you may be deciding to switch the way you're dating, switch the method in which you're dating, but you're definitely going to start from scratch, it feels like, somewhere along the lines here. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely some sort of devastation. This person broke your heart, or they were malicious somehow. There's some sort of form of deceit here, because again, this is like a devastation. This is a breakdown of everything you thought you knew. So you find out they were married, or you find out that they were cheating, or this is, I hate to say it, Aries, but this is a complete, a complete teardown of everything you thought you knew, and it's still weighing heavily on your mind. And again, you're still passing judgment on it, because it feels like for a lot of you it's fresh, and for some of you it's not, but you're just like, I don't know that I could ever trust them again. And I feel like for some of you, they're like at your door. And I know that sounds weird, but it feels like they're sitting here going, come on, give me another chance. I won't do it again. And you're just like, hell no. Like, I can't trust you right now. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not going back to this crap. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years. Could be throughout childhood. And you have the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Coins. The 10 of Pentacles is, and I bring up the past, and I usually read it for everybody together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because the 10, or not because the 10 of Pentacles, but the past card is about something that either you need to remember this month, that the universe is saying, hey, remember this time when something went really well, or remember when there was this part in your life where things really, transposed and took place in a good manner. And other times there's things you need to avoid. You don't want to repeat negative patterns. So I always read a past card knowing that there's some reason the universe wants you to remember this. Now, the 10 of Coins is about wealth. It's about legacy. It's about generosity. It's about almost about excess. So at some point this says that, you were in a stable relationship, or you had, good money. And not that you don't now, but there could be something here where you have to like remember to hold on. Because again, with this coming up right here, it doesn't even have to be money, although Pentacles, often refer to some sort of wealth and gain, especially the 10 of Pentacles. But this, for me, feels like more of a stability. And right now, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, it feels like Aries, the stability has gone all haywire. Like, that's definitely out of the question. Because the universe is saying, okay, take a breath. Remember when you were in a good spot. Remember when you met somebody amazing if you're single, or remember when you had, a good relationship. This is reminding you that, like, no matter what turmoil you're going through, no matter what things you're facing right now, remember, you'll get back to that steady place. You will find your way back to a place that's comfortable, that feels healthy, and that feels stable and rewarding. The next card you have is your immediate past over the past few weeks, past month or so. All right, so this is the Three of Cups. This is about celebration. It's about parties. It's about having fun. It's about meeting new friends. It's about forming friendships. If you're single, it definitely says you haven't had a hard time dating or meeting people, but it feels like that's what it's been. Either it's just somebody that could be a friend, you don't really feel a bond in any other way. It's you're meeting people who party way too hard, or they hit the bars all the time, or they're into drugs or whatever. Or that's all it's been is kind of, it feels like you've been go, 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 dating, 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 dating. Nothing's coming to fruition the way you thought. And it feels like you wanted something a little more two people in this party, and you're getting more third person situations. Like you're finding people who are like, oh yeah, you're great, I want to date you. But then you find out they're talking to like 20 other people, and that's just not. So you've enjoyed meeting people and you've enjoyed going out and doing things, but you're not, it almost feels like a friends with benefits situation. Like you're out there looking for something, again, a little more stable, a little more resting. And you're meeting people who are like, hey, let's go, 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 go. And it's just not your cup of tea. You're like, I don't mind going out and having a good time occasionally, but that's not the life I'm looking for my forever. And for some of you, it is. You want to go out and you want to meet people and you want to have fun, but it feels like you're looking for something a little more organic and you're just not finding what you want. If you're looking to reconcile, this definitely says there's some sort of third party situation here involved. There's some sort of, either your ex was partying constantly, that was their lifestyle, you wanted to kind of go on to the next stage. Like, maybe you were having fun. And when I say party, it could be all different things, right? It could be drinking, gambling, drugs, it could be gaming, it could be whatever. And it feels like you were ready to ramp up going, hey, I'm tired of this lifestyle. Like, I want to, still have a good time, but I want to move into something else. And maybe they weren't ready to move on. It's almost like one of you was ready to take the next step in your journey, and one was still stuck in the same place of like, I just want to have a good time. Because this makes me feel like your ex was just, all about having a good time. Now, I know there's going to be cross watchers saying, oh no, it was Aries. But again, this feels like you were kind of tired of it. And again, there's a third party situation, meaning you found out somebody was seeing somebody else. There was, infidelity, some sort of, a little too much celebration in a lot of different areas. The next card you have is your distant future. So the next 2-3 months, and you have the Page of Wands. So if you're single, don't worry. This is not going to stop you. The Page of Wands is about spark. It's about curiosity. It's about confidence. So this definitely says somebody's coming in. They're going to spark your interest. They're going to give you a little more confidence in the dating realm. They're going to make you feel a little more secure about meeting people. And it feels like it's going to come pretty quick. And whatever this is you've had to get over, if it's somebody who was lying to you, if it's somebody who was more of a friends with benefits situation and you thought they were looking for more because maybe that's what they led you to believe, I wouldn't worry about any of that too much. Don't let these fears collide with what's coming, because the Page of Wands says, hey, I'm here. I'm somebody you're going to be really interested in. So just hold on, be patient. You will find me, or I will find you. If you're looking to reconcile, if you're speaking right now, which I feel like most of you are not, if you are speaking right now, I don't think it's good conversations. In the future, there's going to be a corner that's turned. After feeling this fear, desperation, not desperation necessarily, but fear and devastation, and judgment, wanting to point fingers, feeling hostile, wanting to confront somebody, you may need a month or two to cool off, and then all of a sudden they'll contact you and you'll be like, all right, I'm at a point where I can listen to what they have to say, or vice versa. If they're pissed at you, it may be a month or two, and then they're going to have to say, okay, well, they don't have to, but you know what I mean? They're going to be at a point where a lot of this fades. Hurt tends to heal with time. And so the Page of Wands is saying, all right, be patient. There will come a time when you guys may be able to have a successful communication of open dialogue. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of September, and you have the Ace of Pentacles, which I love. Okay, so if you're single, don't worry about this crap, this BS that you've dealt with before, whatever you're dealing with, because the Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities. It's potential, it's a brand new start, new beginnings, and it's exciting, and it's very lucrative. So if you're looking for love, either you're going to change it up and try different ways, or maybe if you've been in solitude or you've just been like, this has been crap, I don't even know what to do, I don't know where to start because everybody I'm meeting something's going to flip. Like all of a sudden, just the universe is going to kind of go on a more even keel, and you'll start meeting people. Because again, this is big potential. I love the Ace of Pentacles because it's like strong. It's a fulfilling new beginning. It's something to aspire to. So if you're single, there's definitely a possibility of somebody coming in and they have a really strong energy. And I think they're going to keep your attention for quite a while. They're definitely going to build your confidence and belief in, the ability to find love. If you're looking to reconcile, there's a new opportunity here. Now, whether it's a new opportunity with you and this person, I'm not so sure. Because now I'm thinking this Page of Wands, maybe somebody else coming in. I feel like all of this energy, this negativity, this judgment may push you over the edge. You may decide, I can't do this anymore. It will not happen with me at all. Because right here you have this new beginning. And I feel like you might have a come to Jesus moment where you're like, hey, I'm not going to go through this with you anymore. Not that you're going to run out and start dating immediately, although you may be tired of the bullshit. You may have dealt with enough, and you may realize, like, this is never coming back. This is completely dead. It's done. We're not going to be able to make anything out of it, because I feel like this new potential might be somebody else coming in. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout September. So a situation that will present itself. It could be in the beginning, middle, end, etc. It could last for an hour. It could last for 2 days. And you have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is Virgo's card, so you may be dealing with Virgo. The Hermit is about wisdom. It's about solitude. It's about gaining spirituality and knowledge. So at some point, if you're single, I definitely think if you've been dating, you're going to pull back. You're going to reevaluate everything. You're going to look at things. You're going to meditate. You're going to go, okay, where am I going wrong? What type of people am I allowing into my life? What type of, what am I putting out there in the dating world that's giving me this type of feeling? That's giving me people that are not necessarily good for me. And the Hermit's saying, you may pull back at some point this month. I feel like it would be in the beginning and say, whoa, I've got to redo this whole thing. If you've been online dating, you may not online date anymore. If you've been doing meetup groups, you may decide to online date. You may just decide to switch sites. You may decide to switch meetup groups. However you're going about doing this, this is you pulling back and saying, okay, I need to know. Like, let's talk, Aries. What do I want? What am I looking for? How am I going about getting it? What type of vibe am I giving off that I'm not meeting people who are genuinely good to me or are organically, who they say they are. So at some point you will be having some sort of come to Jesus meeting with yourself in hopes of figuring out where things just are not meshing right now. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you're going to go into solitude. I feel like maybe there's been this beatdown, there's been this judgment. Maybe they've been trying to contact you, or you guys have been in contact and it's been negative. I feel like this is when you go into solitude and say, what do I want? What are my expectations? And can I get it with this person? And unfortunately, for a lot of you, I think you may come out going, you know what? It's just so broken that we can't rebuild from this foundation. There's no way we could do this. So unfortunately, Aries, the vibe I'm getting right now is that it's not exactly in your favor for reconciliation. The next card you have is anything you're going to think throughout the month, anything you're going to feel. Again, this is internal, and it could be beginning, middle, end. Again, lasts for an hour, 2 hours, etc. And you have the Two of Swords, which makes complete sense here. This is decisions. This is big decisions. This is, life-changing decisions. So this is saying, look, if you're single, you definitely have to change the way you're doing things. This is, if you don't change the way you're doing this, it's a stalemate card. So it's saying, if it's not working for you now, or you're picking people and they're not, and they're coming across a certain way, the universe is saying, pay attention. There's something here you're not paying attention to. You're not paying attention to a vibe, a sign, a certain word somebody uses that should be kind of like a clue to the fact that they're not going to be, very good to you, or that they're kind of a player, or whatever it is. And this is a duality. This is almost like, and I feel like for some of you, you're still currently in this situation. It's like a friends with benefits. You want more, and they're telling you you're going to get more, but you're not getting more. Or somebody who really wants a lot of your time and attention, but you're just not feeling it, and you're nervous to cut them off. Decision time is here. This is saying you've got to make a decision. Either it's a current person, or it's the way you're going about dating. There's some sort of choice you need to make here, Aries, if you're single or dating and looking for love, because it's not working. Whatever you're doing right now is not working. You know it as well. If you're looking to reconcile, this is the decision. This is where you make this choice. This is when you say, I'm making a choice on this, and whatever choice I make, I'm sticking with it. I want to see what the outcome and the hopes and fears cards are, but like I said before, I'm almost thinking that reconciliation is just not the direction you should be going. Your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month, yeah, is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is quick movement. It is fast. This is something happening fast. So if you're single, this says you're hoping that somebody comes in, and I feel like it is going to present itself pretty fast. Now, it could be a reconciliation for you if you're single, because there's news from afar. This is somebody coming in, having a conversation with you. So you may have been going out and hanging out, and there's somebody that you thought was just a friend, and they're going to come across and say, hey, I kind of like you. Maybe we should take the opportunity to get to know each other better. But in the interim, this is something moving fast. So I feel like once you change things up and you really have that meeting, come to Jesus meeting, I think you're going to make big changes. And then all of a sudden you're going to notice a huge change within everything around you, within the realm of dating, within, the universe saying, okay, there's somebody out here. Things are on kilter now and we're doing a lot better. If you're looking to reconcile, I think you're going to cut it off quick. I think there's so much devastation that it's just something that you're not sure you can come back from, and it's killing you. It's like right now it's literally making the pit of my stomach sick. So it's telling me that it's making the pit of your stomach sick, or even, worse than what I'm feeling. It's that loathing when you can't breathe and you feel disconnected from that person. But whatever's happened here has either happened multiple times, or it's something so numbing, you're like, I don't know how I can come back from this. So I'm gonna have to build a new foundation for myself, for my family, and move on. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, a choice card. This is a priority card. This is weighing pros and cons and deciding what is best for you, what is going to be best for you. So if you're single, you're definitely going to have some people to weigh the pros and cons for, because I feel like all of a sudden you're going to have one or two people. Now, this could include somebody that you've been seeing, again, in that situation that you thought you were going somewhere and they're not really, and you're feeling this disappointment. Because again, this is assessing a situation and then making a choice and assessing the risk and reward. So if you're single, I feel like you may be cutting somebody out that you've been talking to in order to allow positive energy in to bring this new person in. You may be making a choice between two people towards the end of the month if you meet two people that you really like. But again, it's assessing a situation and deciding which direction to go. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. It's assessing the situation and then deciding, if I get back to this together with this person, what is the risk and reward? What's the payoff here? And you're definitely going to have to make a choice, because, oh, there's your two cards. You're definitely going to have to make a choice, because you don't want to, that's nice. You don't want to, you don't want to do this forever. You're done. You're like, okay, we've gone back and forth. We've played games. We've had judgment. We've had finger pointing. We've had blame. All right, been there, done that. Not interested in continuing to do that. So you're going to need to make a choice as well on what's healthy for you and what's not healthy for you. Now, your clarifying card for the Seven of Coins is the Six of Swords, okay? The Six of Swords is very interesting, because this is traveling. It's abandonment. It's retreating a situation. So if you're single, you're definitely going to abandon the way you've been doing things, abandon this person who has been letting you down, abandon the people who maybe you've been dating. This definitely says you're retreating a situation. Now, maybe that you're retreating dating altogether. I don't feel like a majority of you are. I just think you're going to revamp the way you've been doing it. Now, it could also mean traveling abroad, not even just abroad. You could be traveling somewhere near you. So maybe you're going to take a small trip, etc. If you're looking to reconcile, I don't see it happening at all, because this is abandoning a situation. It is retreating. You will pull back from the situation. Now, could there be a chance in the future? Absolutely. But right now it's saying the best thing for you is to take a hike and say, this isn't healthy for me, this isn't working out, I'm going to go. Because now you have the clarifying card right here of Justice. Justice is Libra's card, so you may be dealing with a Libra. But Justice is saying you will prevail in the end. Absolutely. So if you're single, you're going to find somebody. You're going to find somebody who's right for you. You're going to make the right decision if you are cutting people out of your life that you're currently dating. Whatever it is that's going on with you, you're going to find what you're looking for. This is a cause and effect. So if you change the way you're dating, if you change the way you're going about things, you will get better results. If you take a deeper look at the people you're allowing into your life and what you're accepting as far as It's a morality thing. So it's like if you're accepting somebody to treat you a certain way and then expecting that it's going to change in the end, it's not going to. So it's almost like you take this time to really look and figure out what it is that's going to work for you and not. And in the end, justice prevails and you find somebody amazing. Again, there's that new opportunity coming in here with this Ace of Pentacles. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this is you saying justice has been served. You thought you could treat me how you wanted for this amount of time. You thought you could devastate me. You thought you could do certain things to me. You thought that you would tear me down. You thought that I would not be strong enough to survive without you. But guess what, buddy? You were wrong, because I am strong enough and I will survive without you. All right, Aries, have a great month. I will talk to you later.